Hello guys, so this is gonna be just a quick video to kind of show you guys what I plan on working with this summer. So I have a few tarot decks that I want to show you, not full walkthroughs or anything. I either posted a walkthrough of these decks or I will post in the upcoming month or so. But I have quite a few new decks for this season, which is going to be the upcoming next 3 months, starting from 1st of May. So yeah, just let's see what decks I will try to incorporate and see if they work for me, because I have a few like this everyday witch tarot mini, and my problem with the deck is not that it's the everyday witch. I think I etched it so beautifully but it's the size. I don't really reach for it anymore because it's a mini, and I'm not sure if I want to invest in a full-sized version. But this is going to be one deck that I'm going to be using, so we'll see. The next one is my first ever real deck, which I'm really excited to work with it again, because I was working with it last summer as well. I designated it as a summer deck. This is the Light Seer Tarot, and I guess for just the colors is one thing that I'm it's one thing that why I think that this is a summer deck, but we will see that as well. Though it's not gonna be a test because I already know and love this deck. Sorry about the moving camera. Okay, next one is the Muerte Tarot, which is like one of the ones that I was very excited to get, but then the art style wasn't exactly how I imagined in person. It's more it's not that more digital than I thought, because I knew that it was a digital deck, but I kind of expected it to be a little different, and it's putting me off. But I still, this deck has my favorite Two of Cups, so I'm going to give it a chance because I love the box. The box is so beautiful. But you can't keep a deck just for the box and just for one card, so we'll see. Another one, but which is relatively new in my collection, is the Greer's in a tin. This is also something that I haven't used it yet, but looking at the colors, it just really feels like a summer deck. So I want to be able to give a chance to the deck before I edge it or anything, to see if I will keep it even, because I realized after this and a few other decks that I'm trying to buy other people's experiences, which is not good because obviously you can't do that. So I'm trying to not do that anymore, and I think I had that with the Greer's as well. But we'll see. Another one is the Smith-Waite Tarot deck, the Centennial edition. I bought this one for studying the Rider-Waite-Smith, but I just don't reach for it. If I have to choose, I will choose anything else but this deck. This is also the team version, so I would like to see if if it's more in my face, so to speak, if I will reach for it. But I also pre-ordered the Tarot Vintage, so maybe that is going to be the one that I keep, and this is going to be just something that I will have with me if I ever leave the house and I need a tarot deck, because who knows when that is going to be happening. Another one is a new deck. I put a walkthrough of this up. If you haven't seen it, please watch it, because I think this is a beautiful and amazing deck, and I cannot wait for to work with it. I also want to read the book as well again, because I'm not entirely sure about the whole thing is upside down, so I'm not familiar with the story anymore as much as I want to be, because look at these, isn't it so beautiful and everything, and I'm trying to find the lovers, but I'm probably not going to find it, but because that was the one, oh, look at that. This was the card that decided this whole deck for me. I mean, I watched the walkthrough up until I talked about it in my own walkthrough. I watched it until the walkthrough reached the Lovers card, which, as you can imagine, it's not very far. And I was like, nope, I'm not going to watch the rest. I'm going to buy the deck and, you know, use it and, you know, just have it as a surprise. Another new deck, which I already filmed the walkthrough, but it's not up yet, but it will be in May, I think. There should be. Is the Mermaid Tarot, which is, you know, what water deck is more summery than a water deck. And this deck already surprised me in such a good way when I did the walkthrough, because I saw so many added layers to the cards that I didn't see in other people's walkthroughs, or, you know, maybe I wasn't paying attention, could be. So this is definitely gonna be something that I'm looking forward to work with, and this is already something that I don't just have high hopes, but know that it's going to be working well because of that walkthrough. Okay, and I think that those are all of my tarot decks, and I have a couple oracle decks as well. I have the illustrated Crystallary. It's not a new Crystallary. It's not a new deck, but I picked decks for this 4 seasons so that I will not forced to work with them, but you know, I will be more mindful rotating in new decks. And this just feels like, because of the colors and crystals or whatever, it feels like a summer deck for me, so I want to work with that as well. Another one is the field guide to Garden Dragons. It was very hard not to work with it in the spring, but I kind of wanted to have it more than just a month after it arrived. And even though it feels like a spring deck based on the box, I mean, you know, strawberry and everything, it looks like spring. Because of the colors and the fruits and all the dragons, I think it could be very well, you know, be a summer deck as well. Although this is going to be one deck that for sure will stay after I'm finished with it, because I mean dragons. If you know anything about me, please know that I love dragons, and this is a dragon deck that I'm actually loving, so keeping it. Another one, new deck, When My Soul Whispered. I saw it on, I think it was Lisa, yeah, it's Lisa's fault that I got this deck. It is the indie version, but I know that the mass market is coming out, which I'm quite curious, and I might pick up if the price is right, because, you know, this is that beautiful, I think it's rose petal, but I'm not entirely sure, but it's similar to the Dark Mansion Tarot cardstock, which is awesome if you just want to handle it, but I don't know how, it feels like it's not gonna be easy to shuffle. That's my main issue with it. I mean concern, not issue. But if I manage to, you know, shuffle it, then I won't need the mass market. But I guess because of the backs and the side, the matte gold gilding, it was, you know, it felt like more of a summer deck than a spring deck. Another one that is coming back because it just works so well with the Light Seer Tarot is the Wisdom of the Oracle. Mine is edged and trimmed and edged. And to be honest, if you don't like the red backings, do this. I mean, you don't have to trim it, but if you edge it to something else, I mean, for me, it was a massive difference. And ever since I edged it, because I didn't get the red backings, but this is such a versatile and easy to use deck that I know I said it in my reorganizing my deck collection video that I might give this away, but after all, I don't think I will. I'd rather just buy one copy to that friend that I'm thinking about, because, you know, I don't have to get rid of everything that's not my top pick. If they work well, then why not, you know, keep them around. Another one, this is not the original one, but the original is not, you know, available anymore. I picked this one up because I wanted to use it for romance readings, but I don't really use it. So I'm going to just, I think I'm going to just test the keywords on it to see what picks up, what works for me, because I want to create my own instead. And I'm not saying you know, I want to steal the keywords, because no, I don't want to do that. I just want to, you know, look for inspiration and see what the keywords here makes me think about, and maybe use those keywords that comes to me. If I can close it back off. So I don't think I'm going to keep that. Another one that is still going to be tested, because I'm not sure I will keep this one actually, is the Everyday Witch Oracle. I love the art style, I absolutely love the cards, but it's, for me it feels so witchy specific in a way that I don't use witchcraft yet or ever, I don't know. That I might not be, you know, I'm not entirely sure that I can use it, because like something like affirmation for healing the heart, I don't get a lot from some of the cards, and I will go through the deck and see, you know, make a pile how many of these keywords are not working, because maybe it's just only a few and I'm overthinking the whole thing, and then I could just, you know, set aside those cards or come up with something that I can use it with. I will see. Another one is that this is new as well. I already filmed and shared the walkthrough, and this is definitely a summer deck, because look at these colors. I mean, this is summer in a deck for me, and I just, oh god, I love it. And I might keep it afterwards, but I try not to, you know, keep too much at hand, because then I'm worried that I'm not going to rotate in new decks, at least for now when I have so many. Because things changed. I mean, prices are gonna go up from the 1st of July, so I'm kind of in a rushed, let's get as much deck as I can before that happens, because after that I will need to be more mindful about even mass market decks, which kind of makes me sad, but hey, life. And the last one is the Oracle of the Mermaid. I already filmed the walkthrough, which was quite an experience because my phone cut the filming off 3 times, which was kind of weird. So this I picked up to work with the Mermaid Tarot. I wanted the messages of the mermaids, or what the other, you know, mermaid deck is called, but I kind of was worried that the artwork and the style would be too similar. And I saw a walkthrough of this one where I forgot who was that, but they talked about how deep messages they can get from this deck. Now, if it's going to be a mistake because I should have gotten the other one, we'll see. But hopefully, if it's not working, or if I can, for next summer I will pick up the messages of the mermaids as well. But yeah, that is all. I have a lot of decks, and I'm gonna get you, let's get one oracle card as a bone, you know, as a thank you so much for watching this whole thing. I mean, it's not that bad. Okay, we have a card, and we have wisdom, and let's go with, we're gonna gain wisdom by using all these decks. Because I think I know I'm going to be learning a lot about all these decks, so you will be able to expect more videos where I talk about my experiences. I find those very useful. I think I'm going to refilm the Light Seer Tarot, because when I did that I didn't really know how to articulate my experiences, and now I have a, I think, 6-point system, you know, when I talk about more like how the deck feels, etc. all the other stuff. I will upload 2 new ones with that system already in May, so if you're curious about my experiences with the Queen of the Moon Oracle and the Greenwich Oracle, then please look forward to those. But yeah, this was my summer selection for the deck. No, my deck selection for the summer. Interesting. I think I meant to say summer decks for the summer, but that makes not much sense. Please share with me which decks are you using, if you have anything new in your collection you want to use, any suggestions, pairings, something you would like to see, you know, working together in either here on Instagram or weekly readings. Please do let me know, and see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.